Today, Derek and I are breaking down the 2021 Clemson recruiting class. We're going to be going through each member of this class, breaking down our thoughts as fans of Clemson football on how we feel like these players are going to fit in to the Clemson culture and the Clemson program moving into next season. Well, again, we're just two Clemson grads that love nothing more to talk a little bit more about Clemson football. So stay tuned, stick with us, help us out, like and subscribe as we break down the Clemson 2021 recruiting class.
Bubba Chandler, who had a very big 3 or 4 week span where he went from no one really knowing his name to all of a sudden he got all these offers and started getting recruiting pretty hard. He's from Bogart, Georgia. It's close to UGA, and by proxy, it's close to Clemson as well. It's probably an hour and change away. He's a 3-star quarterback. He's a pro-style quarterback, 18th ranked pro-style QB. State rank is 30, and he's the 389th nationally ranked player. He's 6'4", 195. He's not enrolled at Clemson yet. He'll come in the spring. What's your one word for Bubba Chandler?
The one word for Bubba Chandler is depth. We talk about how many players we've got at quarterback, running back, wide receiver, offensive tackle, all of them. So I think what Bubba Chandler brings is depth, but the other thing that he brings is he's a dual sport athlete, and he's coming to Clemson not only to play football, but he's also coming to play baseball. And under Monte Lee, Clemson's baseball program has been pretty incredible the last few years, making deep runs at the college football World Series. So it's a college baseball World Series, sorry. So I'm excited to see him play both sports because I love all of Clemson sports. He once committed to UGA before decommitting and coming to Clemson. So I see him as depth. I see him, he's coming in at playing quarterback. I don't know how much playing time he's going to get, but you never know with some of these guys. Sometimes they're just culture builders where you've got these guys that are like the Hunter Renfros that are walk-ons that just love to play football, baseball, sports in general, and just bring a good attitude to practice. And that is a lot saying in itself. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I agree. The one word I had for him was baller. If you read this guy's bio, like I know he's 18 years old, but once he becomes 21, this seems like a guy you just want to have a beer with. He just seems so cool. Like he's a scratch golfer. He can play baseball. He can play football. Chose to go to Clemson over UGA. He was getting recruited by a whole bunch of different people. Like baseball is obviously his number one priority. Everything else he just does because he has fun with it. But he just seems wildly talented, really athletic. Kind of seems to succeed at multiple different sports. Again, being scratch golfer, being great at baseball, and being great at football, you don't see that a lot. You just don't. So he's an absolute baller. I think he'll be a popular guy within the locker room. I think a lot of guys will love him. He's a pro-style quarterback. Trevor Lawrence was a pro-style quarterback, and that sometimes gets a bad knock because it implies like they can't run. Basically, everyone can run now. Even the pro-style guys. This guy is quick. If you see him move around, he has a lot of juke to him, a lot of shake and bake to him. Do I think he'll see the field a lot? Not really. There's a quarterback on our roster this year. I'm going to blindly say his name is Hunter Helms.
That's it.
Like he came in a couple. Okay, perfect. He came in a couple times when Tyson was hurt and DJ I think was hurt like early in the beginning of the year, and he was throwing the ball, slinging the ball around, and most Clemson fans don't even know who that was. So I could see this guy coming in and be able to like just light up fourth quarters and be like, I don't know who this guy is, but he's crushing it. So and I'm not sure he has what it takes in order to be our starter at any point in time.
No, I think you're right. I think I compare Bubba to Hunter Helms in that sense of it's a long shot to hit the field, especially as a starter in any of those 4 years, because you just never know who's going to be the next guy up. I mean, you look at when Trevor was here and you're thinking you're the next guy up with Tyson, Fomachan, and all of a sudden DJ Uyangole is recruited, and you're like, well, there goes my chance, and that's why a lot of these guys transfer out. I mean, it's just a fact. But I think Bubba signing is because baseball is his priority, but he wants to play football. I think he brings that culture. I think he brings that attitude. And I think, like you said, he's a true athlete. I mean, this guy's going to ball out, whether he's the starter or not. And I think he's just looking to have a good time and do as much as he can in college. So excited for him in that sense. Clemson's a great school to do that.
Super excited.
That's our breakdown. If you enjoy our content, help us out, like, subscribe to our channel, add a comment below. We'll be breaking down every single 2020 recruit from the 2021 Clemson class in the near future. So check out the Tiger Football Talk YouTube channel and go Tigers.